What's happening, Shredder Nation? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to episode number 60. At least I think that's what it is, of Shred Your Body. I'm your host, Jesse James Jamnik. Tonight, we're going to keep things super simple. We're just coming out of the new year. I hope that everyone had a safe and happy holiday season. I hope everyone, what got all your wishes fulfilled. I know this time of year is a struggle for some people. My holiday season was amazing, but it didn't come without its struggles. My sister and her entire family unfortunately got sick with that altered plans, where she was supposed to bring my daughter down from Rhode Island to the Poconos. That's where we were all meeting up. So we had to divert plans. Last minute, I had to drive from the Poconos up to Massachusetts and then round trip right back. And then obviously to get her back, we had to drive 5 hours north to come 5 hours back down and drive back through to North Carolina. But even still, things were still amazing. And I wanted to share that little example with you to let you know that no matter how much you think somebody has their stuff put together, everyone is going through struggles. Everyone is going through trials and tribulations. Everyone is trying to figure out life and the best way to live it, and what there is. And the world is just a crazy mess right now. So there's always hope. There's always things. For me, I grounded myself in the foundation of my health, which is really the most important thing that I want to hammer home for so many of you, is that with our health as our foundation, I look at our health and why is it so important? People ask, why are you so motivated? Why do you keep going? Why do you keep striving? Why studying? Why do you keep this? Because for me, health, good quality health, has the ability to literally alter every aspect of your life. The extra added stress from that trip could have ruined things. The extra added stress of worrying about my sister, my nieces, my nephews, that could have ruined things. The fact that, if I didn't have the relationship that I had with the ex, because I could handle stress and I can handle emotion, and that doesn't mean it's perfect, but we've worked on those things. I could have allowed that too. But because I feel, in my opinion, because for so many years I've been working on my mindset, I've been working on how to handle things, I've been working how to combat the effects of stress, I've been working on my body. If you don't think that all of those things are interconnected and intertwined, I would challenge you to really start to ask the more powerful questions, to really start to dig a little bit deeper and figure out what it is that you want from the ultimate goal of health. You see, one of the things that's really important is that when you come into something like the ERShred, a lot of you are coming to this group, to this tribe, to this community from a place of hurt, believe it or not. You're coming from years of failure. You're coming from years of people promising you the world and it not coming through. You're coming from years of trial and tribulation. You're coming from years of honestly giving it, maybe what you had, and something still wasn't working out. There's all sorts of things that you're coming into. And the beautiful thing about the ERShred is that it's an open place for everyone, and every single person has to find their own way. This is a journey more so than it is everything else. Yes, it's an 11-day health protocol. Yes, I can teach you about food. Yes, I can teach you what I've learned. Yes, I can teach you about the history and all the bigger stuff that I'm diving into. We can go into all of that. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter, because you have to be your own best detective. You have to find your way. You have to ask the questions. You have to do the hard work. You have to go through the struggle and suck it up. On going. And every single time that you get to a new place, and every single time that you accomplish something, and every single time that you overcome, you're going to become physically stronger, mentally stronger. And that's why I'm always stressing to people in the group, like, you can't judge yourself by 2 days. Hell, you can't judge yourself by 11 days. Some of you aren't going to judge yourself by 30 days or 60 days. And that's okay. That's all okay. Every single person is coming to a place. You know, I've been working at this now for 20 years of my life, and that's a long time. That's a long commitment. That's a long investment. And I'll tell you the number one biggest piece of advice that I could possibly give you to understand why you're here as an ER shredder. Here it is right now. Take out your notebook, get a pen, whatever it is that you got to do. Be here on this day, this time next year. Be here every single day for yourself. Show up every single day for you. Put one foot in front of the other. Don't let things get in your way. Don't let things sidetrack you for other. Consistency and commitment to yourself is hands down the number one thing when it comes to health and wellness that is going to separate you from anything that's out there. Everybody comes into health and wellness for some reason with a set goal, meaning I'm going to do a diet for 2 weeks. I'm going to do this for 11 days. I'm going to do this for, you know, we put these things on there. And while I appreciate the time frame and while I appreciate that small commitment, it's looking for long-term lifestyle to get to the place of self-inner peace, inner cellular health, mental mindset, relaxation, focus, energy, all of those holistic things that we talk about all the time. You got to show up every single day and do that work. So that's really the most important thing that I can share with you. What is the ultimate goal of ERShredding? You know, here's the thing, guys. The ultimate goal of ERShredding is really whatever you want it to be. You know, it's funny. Susan and I talk a lot, and Heather and I talk a lot, and really Susan and I talk like every single day. Heather and I probably almost every day, every other day. And, you know, especially with me and Susan, we're really diving into the deeper mindset, the connection. What is this doing on that cellular level? How is it affecting inflammatory markers? How is it affecting mindset markers, neurons, how are they firing with each other? And as we continue to move on and see more people come alive and see more people go through this type of process, we're realizing that this is really deeper and deeper and deeper than we could have even began to imagine in the beginning. That people are getting, the self-love that people are getting, the inner peace that people are getting, the confidence that people are getting. I mean, it's just absolutely remarkable what it's done for so many people's lives. And the ultimate goal of ERShredding, understand that the ERShred as itself, as it's designed, is simply an 11-day protocol to allow you to realize how powerful food is, to allow you to realize the connection between food, body, and mind. And if that connection is broken, how everything else can kind of fall out of place. The ERShred 11-day protocol is the tracks for you to run on, like you heard me talk about so many times. We're going to pick you back up and we're going to set you on that path. Because why? Because there's so many confusing things. There's so many conflicting things. There's so many, you know, things that are in our way. It's like the bells and the whistles and the beats and all the stuff is everywhere, and we have like dog with squirrel syndrome, and we're just jumping at everything because we're so desperate. And what I'm so proud of with the ERShred is this is just a no bullshit, here it is, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to not tiptoe around the issues. We're not going to blow smoke up your butt. We're not going to shine the flashy lights. We're just going to give it to you raw and real, and that's how I love to do things, because that's what's going to get results. We need you to have this realization so fast. And with the elimination, reset, shred protocol that we have in place, mind you, every T is crossed, every I is dotted. In a health perspective, we are covering every aspect. ERShred is this perfect culmination of so many different things. You can look at it one way and go, oh, wait, that's carnivore. You can look at it another way and go, oh, that's keto. You can look at it another way and go, oh, that's low carb. Or you can look at it another way and go, oh, that's high protein. Oh, that's high fat. Well, you'd be right in stating all of that. But what you're not right in doing is assuming that it takes one thing and pile drives it home like those things. That's not what this is about. What we're doing is we're pulling the bits of information, the bits of over 60 years of real life experience, of trial and error, of what's been used for us, what's been used with other people, what's been used in our coaching setting, what we've seen in offices. And we're culminating all of that information to make it in what I believe to be hands down the best damn health protocol that has ever walked the face of this planet. And, you know, people can argue and we can debate and we can do all of that, but all I'm going to do is say, go into the group and look at the results. Results speak volumes. You can't pay for those kind of results. Those are raw, real results. And there's a reason that this is working on people in their 80s. And there's a reason that this is working on children. This is designed for human beings. This is simply allowing us to remove the fake ass food, what I call non-dense nutrition, the stuff that we're eating that, yes, is calories, but it contains no nutritional value or service whatsoever, like processed sugars and processed carbs and all these things, even things that we thought are deemed healthy, like, you know, some veggies and some seeds and some nuts and some oils and all those stuff. We're going to pull it all away. We're going to allow your body to really regulate itself the way it's supposed to be done if you understand the inner working. And the only thing that we're do is amazing nutrition. We're going to flood your body full of the most bioavailable, dense nutrition on the face of this planet in grass-fed, grass-finished red beef. We're going to do this with pasture-raised eggs. We're going to do this with, you know, we're going to make sure that we know that if you just go that route alone, you're going to be missing a lot of the micronutrients and you know, different phytonutrients and minerals and trace minerals. If you're only eating the meat and excluding things like the organs, and look, let's be real, if you really want to do it the right way, you'd be eating the heart and the liver and the blood and the fat. And I don't know about you, friends, I'm pretty dedicated. I'm pretty hardcore. I just ate raw hamburger this morning. Not so at that level to get there. So what are we going to do? We had to realize that. And again, this isn't some rinky dinky, you know, flash by, you know, fly by the seat of your pants type of thing. We needed to make sure that we were going to cover every aspect. That's where our incubated shakes come into play. That's where collagen bone broth comes into play. We know that when we remove the nasty sugars and the carbohydrates, we know that that can cause an electrolyte issue. That's where the hydrate comes into play. The cleanse for life. I mean, cellular intermittent fasting, the way that we do it, it's one of the most healthiest things that you could possibly do. Contrary to belief, you don't lose lean muscle. You actually retain lean muscle while your body goes back inside of itself and does the magic that your body was designed to do. So what's the point, Jesse? Why are you explaining all this? Because the bigger picture of the ERShred is everything. There's not just one thing. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. We're making sure that you are in the best place for health and that you're covered on every angle. Make sure that you are flooding and fueling your body with all of the macro and micronutrients that you possibly need to thrive and perform at peak optimal levels. You see, I believe in my heart that the human body is the most miraculous thing that's ever created. I believe it. It's factual. There's science to back it up. There is nothing that walks this planet that is more intelligent the way that we are, the way that we're designed. But in order for us to thrive at those peak optimal levels, we need to treat our bodies like the Ferraris that they are. We need to treat our bodies like the rocket ships that they are. And you're not going to operate a high performance engine by giving it things that aren't made for it. It's just like my post this morning on my personal wall that said, you can't feed a wolf grain and potatoes and expect a wolf to thrive. Like, they're not designed to eat that stuff. And I want to start questioning, you know, what are we designed to eat? Why are we eating so many vegetables? Who said that? Where did it come from? You know, less. Just because there's a billion options of food that are out there, does that mean that just because they're there, I should consume them? Furthermore, doesn't mean that I should just eat all the healthy things because some company or some person said that they were healthy. Are the toxins in plants affecting my gut? Are the toxins in seeds and nuts affecting my gut? Because they're very clearly there. Is that nutrition the best that's going to serve me? And along the ERShred journey, along the protocol, you know, this is why you got to show up. This is why you got to be here every day. This is why you can't stop asking questions. Just because I said something or Susan said something or Sean said something, that is not your end all be all answer. I need you guys to understand that. Like, we've never taken We're not here to tell you what's going to be best for your body. I can share with you my research. I can share with you my guinea pig self that I've put through the trials and tribulations. I can share with you things that have worked with other people, but still at the end of the day, the main mission is you and what fuels you and your body and your purpose to perform at peak optimal levels, then giving you the best quality of life for as many as feasibly possible. Your picture, I know it's not a direct answer. I don't want to give you a direct answer. My goal is to make you question. My goal is to make you go, well, wait a minute. My goal is to make you start journaling. My goal is to make you curious, because when you're curious and start asking and start digging and start digging and start digging, just keep asking why and why and why. Now, with the ERShred, I think we've done a pretty damn good job at explaining to you and putting the information in the guides. Thank you, Heather Sika Leonard, where all this information is available. Why are we eating meat? Why is grass-fed important? Why grass-fed butter? Why Himalayan pink sea salt? Why? Like, we've started to, why can't we add things? Why? Like, We've answered that along. If there's more, we'll continue to add to that. We're not going anywhere. The goal is to continue to keep helping people, keep doing our thing. Okay. Now, with that being said, I want to transition to my last topic for tonight, and then we're going to call it a night. It's going to be a simple thing tonight. I want to talk really quick about snacking, and I want to talk really quick about different things that I've seen in the group. You know, I want you to question, obviously, everything. I want you to, you know, examine, but be very careful in being so close-minded that you're just stuck to one way. There is no such thing as perfection. There is no such thing as is proper. It just doesn't exist. Like, I've spent years searching for it. It doesn't exist, especially when it comes to health. Now, there are things that you can go down the road of, and this is how I approach health. This is how I've approached it for many, many years. I am a very open-minded person. I am a person that's going to take something if it logically makes sense. If the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, I'm going to give it a shot, especially if in my brain it jives through everything, right? It's just the way that I've approached things today. I just did a complete roundabout about face literally 2 days ago from new information that I learned that I wasn't aware of before. And I'm now automatically, boom, I'm applying that to my life. I can appreciate that that kind of discipline is not in everybody's life at this point. But that's how I go about things. When it comes to snacking particularly, you know, I've had a big discussion with Susan about this. I need you guys to understand, number one, that Susan, when she speaks in the group, I personally value every word she says. I'll give you an example. I called Susan when my wife got pregnant. I said, Susan, I need hands down the best prenatal vitamin that you could possibly share with me through your 40 years of holistic nursing and certified herbology. She's a certified herbalist. I didn't know how to say that, but you know, I said, just give it to me. And without even question, she said, Jesse, this one, boom, it was ordered. That's how much I trust Susan. That's how much of a wealth of knowledge she is. So when I see to that nature in the group, it's kind of funny to me. I'm like, oh, these poor people, like they just don't know. But I just wanted to put that out there because Susan, for me, you know, she might not necessarily come on as many live videos and she's working on that and whatever, but her holistic corner that her and Heather are doing, they're going to do a deeper dive into the snacking as well, and all of this kind of stuff. But I just wanted to make sure that that was out there, that, you know, keep in mind that every board member that's going to try to help you is doing it from a collective place. Everything is circled through all of us to make sure that we have everybody's best interest at the forefront. That's really the main goal. So with that being said, let's touch on snacking. Let's touch on adding foods back in. Guys, when you come to the ERShred, yes, you are going to eliminate everything that is known to cause inflammatory markers, everything that's known to spike the hormones inside of our body, to lose control of insulin and serotonin and ghrelin, and we're going to get control of cortisol, and we can go on and on and on and on. Okay, so yes, you are going to strip all of that out. Any examples of people that have just shredded and shredded and shredded and shredded and shredded, and that's what served their body. However, I need you to really understand that there is zero thing that we have that says that you can't add foods back in. There is zero thing in the guides that says that you can't try different things. Now, I would highly recommend that you don't just go on this crazy thing. You know, we have to look at what brought us here in the first place. So many of us are here because we have lost control of what the meaning of food really is. So many of us are here because we have lost control of our ability to gauge portion sizes. We've lost the ability to say no to chips or no to sugar or no to whatever your favorite things are. We are in this place where we're just snacking and snacking and snacking and snacking, or eating and eating and eating and eating without asking those questions. And this is going to be a realization very, very quickly to allow you to realize just how powerful that food is that we're just shoving into our mouth. And I need people to understand that every single bite of food you take, literally the second it goes into your mouth and touches your lips, it is instantly sending signals to every cell in your body. So we have to be very hyper aware of what it is that we're putting in. With that being said, though, you know, one of the things that I'm seeing on a repetitive basis in the group is, can I have this snack? Can I eat this snack? Can I use these keto popsicles? Can I have my protein balls with isopro and butter? And there's a lot of confusion around all of this. One of the biggest things that I want to do is during the 11-day protocol, especially if it's your first one, hell no, don't add it in. Don't add anything in except more meat, more butter, and accept more quality protein. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's it for the first 11 days. Well, what happens if I'm in my third one? Can I try different things? Yes, you absolutely can. If you don't want to get back down to baseline. You see, it really all depends on what your goals are. So you can still do, you know, you have to understand the concepts around the ERShred, the powerful concept of not putting garbage carbohydrates and garbage grains into your body. You have to understand what that's doing on a cellular level. You have to understand the power of a cellular intermittent fast. You have to understand the power of incubated shakes and why we do that. And when you start to put all of this together, you'll realize that you really do have everything that your body needs to thrive at peak optimal levels. Well, Jesse, what happens if I'm an athlete? What happens if I work hard and I'm on the oil field, or I'm a construction worker and I'm this and I'm that? Okay, granted, I get all of that. I am a competitive endurance athlete. I'm an ultra marathon runner. I still lift very, very heavy weights. I have a brand new baby. I have life. I have 2 businesses to run. I am literally on the go. Well, now I don't even sleep throughout the night, but I am literally on the go from 4 a.m. in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. I get it. You still have everything that you need. If you are a person that wants to, see, I'm a very simple person and I keep this part of my life very, very easy. I'm not even going to blow smoke up your ass. I literally eat almost the same foods every single day. No, I don't get sick of it. No, I don't. Anything. It's the same thing to me because food for me has no emotional connection. Food to me serves one purpose. It fuels to help me hit it fuels my body for recovery. It builds my immune system. It protects me from diseases, it protects me from viruses, it protects me from all the garbage in the world. Like, that is the purpose of food in my life. So I keep things very, very simple. And I only have about 15 to 25 foods that I cycle through, that I have done the exploration, I have done the journey, and I have figured out that those foods serve my body best. And even to a couple days ago, I've removed some of those because of the information. So it is a constant journey. It is a constant process. It is a constant trial and error. And I don't want you to run from that. I don't want you to get upset about that. I don't want you to get scared about that. This is all part of the journey. But when it comes to snacking in the 11-day ER shred, all of these, let me just make it very easy. All of these things that are keto friendly advertised are bullshit. They're straight bullshit. If you want to consume them because you found a place for them in your life, by all means, you go right ahead. I'm not here to tell you that you can't have that or not. I'm never going to tell you. I'll just suggest that you might pick something different. When it comes to snacking in particular, the best snack that you could possibly put in your body is more whole food. That's it. More meat, more unprocessed jerky or beef sticks, real cheese, like not the cheese that's like faked with acid and brought through fermentation in like 3 seconds, but actual cheese that's fermented for 6 to 8 hours. The curd is on there. It's scraped off. The whey protein's extracted. It's turned into cheese. Like, that's real cheese. Things like that. Real dairy, raw milk, good quality foods. That is what you want to fuel your body with. Why? Bioavailability of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, ! That's the reason why. Anything that comes out of a box is probably not going to serve you the best way. Now, what about the protein balls? They're protein, butter, and salt. Is that allowed in the 11-day protocol? Yes. What about keto pops? No. That's not just protein, butter, and salt. That's sugar alcohols. That's fake ingredients. That's things that are marketed to you because they only have 2 grams of net carbs. There's added fiber, which I truthfully don't believe is needed to be added into the human diet. Funny story, I had so much fiber in my before I was constipated. Today, no issues. What? Come on. I was taught very differently than that. Question everything. So snacking is very simple. Again, don't make it more complicated than what it is. I feel like when you get into trouble, the problem is that you're overcomplicating things. You're at a point where it's like, well, just keep it simple. Like, if you're here at the 11-day ER shred, it's all laid out for you in the guides. Go to the shopping guide. If it's not on the shopping guide, don't add it. It's very, very simple. Again, if you want to explore with things later on, by all means, go right ahead. Jesse, what about carbs? What about this? Abso-freaking-lutely. However, not all carbs are created equal. And that's another video for another day. I don't have time for that right now. Not all carbs are created equal. For instance, honey and fruit, very, very different in the human body versus crackers and stuff that's processed, and vitamins are added to it because they stripped it so bad that they have to make it even make sense. Like, I could go on and on and on about this crap. Again, whole food is going to be your best option. Shakes, to me in my brain, are considered whole food. Can I have an extra shake? Go for it. Can I have 3 a day? Go for 3 a day, replace all of my food? No, it cannot. That's not the goal. The goal, again, we're not looking for a quick fix. We're not looking for something that's going to get you by for a couple of days. I need you to sustain life. This is a lifestyle movement. That's what we need to get to. So snacking, there's so many different options that we can eventually get to. There's even a big misconception when I say I wouldn't recommend so many vegetables per se, even though I know some of you love them. This is my personal opinion. However, what most people don't realize is things like squash and cucumber, for instance, are not vegetables. they're fruits. And there's a lot of miseducation when it comes to food. So when somebody says don't eat vegetables, they're automatically assuming, oh my God, my squashes, my cucumbers. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's a fruit. If that serves you, that's a whole different purpose. So there's a lot of more exploration. We have big things planned in 2022. We have all sorts of new information that we're going to teach you. Heather and Susan are amazing, and they've committed to doing a holistic corner call at least once a month. They're going to take a slot on a Tuesday and maybe filling in on the Thursday call. And we're going to be giving you guys mindset, self-development, personal things that we've learned over the years. Like when I tell you that we haven't even scratched the surface yet, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. And look at what we've been able to do. Look at the results. Look at the life that's been brought back into people. And I don't even think that we're there yet, right? So squashes, fruits, honey, raw honey, not this processed shit, but raw honey is amazing for the body. It even does different things to the glucose, believe it or not. You know, things like hard cheeses, real yogurt, raw milk. There's things that people can try, like avocado. So there's all sorts of things that we can get into and people can start to try. Or if you find that you are thriving and flourishing and you don't want to change a thing, don't change a thing. Don't add anything into the mix. So that's all I'm going to talk about snacking, because Heather and Susan are coming back very, very soon. They're going to do a complete call and they're going to dive much, much deeper into this. But I just wanted to throw it out there. Again, this isn't about anybody. This isn't an attack on anybody. We're all learning. You know, this isn't a negative. I am the person to come do a healthy debate with. I love it. I thrive on it. I'll go back and forth with you. I'll ask questions. I'll make you dig deep in your brain, just like I have. But I wanted to throw it out there because I feel like there's so many people that are just confused, and I don't want that. Should be confusing. This should be joyous. This should be amazing. You should be celebrating all the successes that you have. You should be celebrating your new health. You should be, you know, all of that stuff. So don't get so hung up on the snacks that you're putting in, the foods that you're choosing. Again, if it's in the 11 days, don't go outside of it. Just keep it freaking simple. If you're outside the 11 days and you're on maintenance, I encourage you to try new things. I encourage you to take the information that you've learned, understand the power of food, understand carbs, understand sugars, understand how they work inside the body. And as you go and you make your choices, you take that information with you so you can then make educated choices. And you're solely basing those choices off of, is this going to serve me in my bigger purpose, or is this going to hinder me? And that's really what I would kind of go about. So that's what I got for you tonight, guys. I'm sorry it was so quick. I'm sorry I didn't have an interview, you know, planned out for you. My cat's going crazy over here. That's what I got tonight. I felt it was very, very important to kind of get that out there. I hope you start to do more questioning. I hope you start to dig deeper. I hope you understand the bigger picture of what you're doing when you say I'm ERShredding. You're not just doing an elimination, reset, shred protocol. If that's where you're at, you got more to do, because that's not what it's about. And again, with snacking, you know, if it fits, it fits. If it's in line, it's in line. That's all you got to worry about. So don't be so scared on making mistakes. Mistakes are how we grow, get bigger, better, and stronger. So I love you all. I'm amazed by you. I know I haven't been as physically present in the group. 11-week-old, that's all I got to say. That sucker is just as nuts and ambitious and motivated as I am. I swear he doesn't need sleep. It's just bizarre. It's just nuts. But I'm watching. I'm reading, I'm commenting when I can, and I'm so proud and so motivated by all of you and all of your amazing results. I just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys. You all are the inspiration. You are the heart of what makes this tribe tick. Just keep showing up day after day, one foot in front of the other, because you freaking deserve it. I hope you all have an amazing night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.